I need that intro.
Welcome back to the 2JZ channel.
Is that a valve cover?
Yeah.
Looks like a...
Oh shit, it's gonna give away your motor for your new car.
Oh. So here we are, watching the Coyote master himself push a bunch of Coyote cars.
Yeah, thanks for the help, old man. Jeez.
I gotta get my content.
That's all you care about.
That's all I care about. Look at all these cars. What are we doing here? Look at this. Race car up on the lift.
No, streetcar.
Streetcar. Oh, here we go. Pushing another one.
Don't worry, I got this. I don't need your help.
Okay. I'm sure you do this every day. In and out, in and out, in and out.
My back hurts so bad.
Oh my gosh. Hey, what transmission's up on that thing?
10.
Oh, okay.
Why?
If it fits a 2JZ. You got your drive shaft out? Look at this. Look at this. A lift. This is nice.
Hey, it get you one.
I should. And look, my head even fits in here. You haven't done a bar change yet.
Yeah, that thing already probably leaked.
Is it leaking?
Not yet, it's about to.
Boom. It kind of does look like it's leaking right here.
Yeah, I told you.
Oh my gosh. Could you imagine if this is still leaking?
All that work.
It is still leaking. Oh my gosh. Luckily, some idiot I knew is the one that put in the bolts and messed it up.
Oh, no. You said.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it.
Oh,
I'm not working with you today.
I'm not working with you. All right. So here we are. We're going to get to work. Dave's got changing the opinion on this thing, so I'll record this while he works. Dave, what are you doing?
I got work to do.
You ain't doing nothing.
I got GT500s to tune.
So the reason we're here is we're supposed to be testing tomorrow. Well, Dave's testing. I'm staying home because he still owes me ice cream. He's never paid me ice cream. I even did some like immediate work. I dropped everything like 2 days ago to make sure he was taken care of. Doesn't even say thanks. Doesn't shout me out. Doesn't bring me ice cream. If anyone else out there would like their race car bill in exchange for ice cream, I am looking to replace David.
What happened to my music? You don't want to get a copyright strike?
Copyright, right?
I thought you were famous enough.
What are you doing, Dave?
Driving the old King Ranch, Thunder Valley. Well, it's bracket racing today. So.
Bracket racing. There we go. So, yeah, we're at Thunder Valley. Dave wanted to come do some index racing.
Well, that's the only tunes I get for my car. So.
We're pretty good for the 520 class. Right? Is that what it was running?
Pretty much. My tuner.
So, no, we came over here to test. Next weekend is Streetcar Takeover Tulsa.
Yep.
Dave wants to do it. We've only had the car out once. We had a bunch of sensors after TX2K. We just kind of ran out of time.
Yeah.
So we had a drive shaft sensor, G meter, 2 rear shock sensors, 1 front shock sensor, updated to a Rife fast response IET sensor. Got the oil temp, not really working. New seat belts. Got the spoiler on.
Oh yeah, we didn't get that.
Reinforced the front end.
Oh yeah, we're gonna test out. Are we testing out the
No,
hood?
we're not. Definitely not. We still haven't built the back support. I don't know. We're doing 8th mile. We may try to pass with it on.
Yeah, might as well. Yeah.
So we need the photos for your cloud.
Yeah, screw up my paint job again.
So here we are at Thunder Valley. So added a bunch of stuff. We're going to do some testing. We're mainly here for testing. It's daytime though, so the track is debatable. But XRP had a grudge event going on, and there's no shot you'll ever get a test pass in down there. So this was the next closest track to us. So we drove over here for just a quick little day trip.
You know what they do at XRP?
What do they do at XRP?
For about 30 minutes before you can make a pass.
And if they have to take the hood off, they get a blanket to cover everyone. But yeah, no, big, huge grudge event. There's going to be some sick racing. If we get done here early, we may go down there. I don't know.
That's why we're not going there. And you gave me the slow tunes.
Yeah, so Dave has slow tunes. But no, so we got goals. Are you done sharing times after?
I don't know. I haven't decided. It
Okay.
depends how it goes.
Well, can I talk about my goals for the car for the day?
Sure.
Okay. So,
even though they're unrealistic.
But so in TX2K, we went like 510s, I think. 5 teens approximately. I don't think we won any O's.
No.
So 5-1, maybe 5-2. but we didn't get the 60 under control. We never got it fast. And then once we got into eliminations, we were like, we're not going to push it. So we are today, I think the first goal is to get the 60 foot down. I'm worried about controlling the separation. It likes to separate way too fast, way too hard. I now have shock sensors to validate that data. So I'll be able to see kind of where we're at. We did a bar change trying to slow it down, and I adjusted the shocks trying to slow it down. So we're really trying to get the 60 foot down. This track is fair prep. I wouldn't call it great prep, especially on an event like today. However, they have a stock block class today, and I think we're running in the stock block class. And I think they spray before that class. So prep may be fair. This track, I'd say the best, you get is like mid-teens on an average day, maybe high teens on an average day. It's sunny out. So I think if we can get low 1-2-60 foots, I'll be pretty happy. I think that's the goal for today, is to get
on the track.
deep 1-2-60 foots. I'd also, so before we only ever got to like 25 pounds of boost or so, maybe 26 here or there, not much. So I want to get way up higher in the boost range. I would like to push it to 35, 40 pounds today. It's time to step up, Dave. So 35, 40 pounds, really I'd like to get into the 40s and mess with the tune-up there. But the track.
Golly.
So I'd really like to get in the 40 pound of boost range. I don't know. We'll see. But so goals, low 1-2-60 foots. Dave wants to just get into the 4s. I don't even want to talk about 490s. I don't even know if I'd be happy with a 480 today.
What?
I'm just saying.
I got 4 cams. I'll be happy to go 490.
So I'd really like to see a 470 today. I don't know if that's achievable though. So I think Dave would be happy with a 480, 490. I'm expecting a little more, especially if we get to 40 pounds of boost. And then mile an hour, if it goes 470s, it better go 150 miles an hour.
Thanks, I ain't going that fast.
Yeah, no, we're not doing 140. So I don't know. I mean, the car hasn't even gone 140s yet, so I think 150. So you're stretching it a little far.
I think we went faster on the street than we.
Yeah. So 145 plus, I think is a safe bet. If we can go, a 479 at 145, 146, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
With a 1-2, 160 foot.
I'd for sure sell it on Monday.
Yeah, so he'd sell it on Monday. If you need to buy the car, there you go. But okay, so we're getting long-winded. We're in line. We're going to get in. We're going to get unloaded. It's a little windy today, but the weather's nice. It's only like 80 degrees. So yeah, it should be a great day. We're just out here to get some more data and start leaning on the car. It's time to go faster. I'm tired of Dave being stuck in the 5s.
Wow. Just really gonna throw your buddy under the bus like that.
Any final comments on this?
You can pay the diesel bill on the way home.
I am not. We saw 579 for diesel. Yikes.
Racing's over.
Yeah. Dave, how was that last pass, buddy?
No, you tried to kill me.
Dude, we put some power in that thing.
Joe thought we were at Ducks race or something.
Flying, man.
Yeah,
it was probably going to be a 1-360 foot. So as you saw, we spun. I got aggressive. Like, I was tired of the slow 60 foots. I said, no more. I'm getting after it. Someone's ruining my video. But anyways, so, let me close the comparison. So, oh, no, don't do that. Okay, so here we are. I mean, it got like, right when the converter starts to couple, it was like 1.1 seconds in. We were at 30 pounds of boost, and she said, no more. I'm guessing, and he didn't stay on the two-step long enough. The other guy bumped in really quick, so we didn't get to stay on the two-step. So it wasn't even at the peak boost, which makes the ramp even more aggressive. We were supposed to leave at 12 pounds and we left at 8. So you gotta think, it's gotta go from 8 to 30 now in 1 second instead of 12 to 30. So it just makes it even more aggressive and harder for the tires. So long story short, we kind of smoothed it out. We lengthened it a little bit. We still more tons of boost. I lowered the launch RPM just a little bit, not the RPM, but the boost. I mean, we're just going through. I didn't talk between the first one and the second one. You saw the first one, it went 1.3, 60 foot, 5.2 at 136 or so. Good clean pass, not as fast as we wanted. I wasn't too happy with it. So there's the second pass. Here's our data review of the second pass. We needed to adjust the suspension. We did that. I don't know if it's good yet. I may adjust it a little more. We're gonna lower the tire pressure a half a pound. I feel like it may have been just a hair high. We're just doing minor tweaks, smoothing out the curve, and the track was greasy that time. The sun's already starting to crest down, so the track will be better for our next pass. Yeah. So we got one more test pass. That's a quick catch up. I'll catch you up more here in a little bit, but yeah, here's cut and third pass. Your third pass?
To the by round.
Yeah.
Awful. It spun right off the hit.
It did. I'm sure y'all saw it went right off the hit. Spun. We got no data off that. It was terrible. We were way less than the last pass. And it was bad. So here we are out of test passes. Dave, what did you draw for a chip here?
A buy, thankfully.
Thankfully.
And then someone was like, you don't need that bullshit.
Have you watched us?
Zing!
Yeah, so we've determined, and as our competitive selves, we are no longer here to test. We're here to try to go rounds. It's so funny. It's like
60 pounds.
Yeah,
boost.
it's like we're going terrible 60 foots for what this car should be going. This car is nowhere near dialed in, and all of a sudden we're like, oh nope, we just need to get it out 60 feet and pour the power in. We got a shot. So now here we are trying to compete.
No. We're never gonna go fast.
Oh, never. This is why you don't come to events to test. It's because you end up competing.
Rentals.
Yeah, we need to get a private rental. And we're still unsure on how good the track is. Like, there's just a lot of unknowns. And there's so much other stuff going on. We need a private test session.
Oh well, we're here. Make the best of it. Let's try and get down.
So yeah, I'm gonna put a soft tune up for the first 60 foot in, and put more power than it's ever seen up top, and we're just gonna have some fun with it. After round one, here we are, round two. We drew a new edge, don't really remember it. Didn't really watch the times, we've been having our own problems. We went super slow to the 60 foot last time. He didn't let it build all the boost, but it didn't spin, but it was so slow to the 60 foot. It ended up going a halfway decent time. So I don't know. Really, we just need him to cut a decent line to not spin here. And I think we'll be okay. So here we are, semifinals. It's really round two, there's 7 cars. Now there's 4. We got the new edge there, we're left lane. Wish us luck. And just like that, we're back home. Isn't that nice? Y'all get to see a cut from the last pass we made, and you guys don't have to endure the terrible drive home through the middle of the night. So, I mean, it was like 11 something when we made that last pass, struck the tires. What's funny is that last pass was softer on the hit, softer boost on the hit, and a slower ramp through the 60 foot than the very first pass we made in the heat of the day when the track was greasy. So in the end, we're struggling with the suspension. We made that one good hit in the heat of the day with a pretty conservative tune-up, and then we just spun the rest of the day. And I mean, we tried to change a bunch of stuff, and then we got into competition mode, and you know, we're trying to kind of baby the 60 foot and make some clean passes. We thought even if you know, slow 60 foots, we had enough power to play with on the big end. We thought we could get through and, you know, go rounds and maybe do good in that event. That's our fault. Me and Dave talked about it on the way home. I wish I could have recorded some of that. Sorry, we were, you know, through the night, tired, you know, dozing in and out, whatnot. But we should have not gone to a competitive race like this. TX2K, unveil the new car, go out there and make some hits, whatever. That's a different thing. But really, we should have just went to a test event and focused on figuring out the car. At 2K, we had mechanical issues the first couple days, and then we made one clean hit finally, and we qualified in the slow class. That was the only qualifying pass we got. And then we left the tune-up the same the rest of the weekend just to go, go rounds in 2K. So we never played with anything suspension-wise. And then we go to this event, we make one good clean hit, okay. Slow but clean, the first pass off the trailer, and then we adjust the suspension and tune up, and then we spin. And then we try to change it back, and we spin. And then we spin, and then we spin. And then we get into competitive mode, and we're no longer trying stuff. And we're just trying to go rounds in this, which we shouldn't have ever done. We don't have a handle on the car yet. The car was down for over a year, solid axle swap, new engine, new transmission, new converter, new turbo, everything's new. We have no clue what to do on any of it. And we're trying to go rounds, and we have 0 passes playing with the suspension. Totally our fault, stupid, shouldn't have done that. We have got to go figure out the suspension. I'm not saying it's going to be super difficult. We have to spend time with it. Instead of going rounds last night, we should have been trying bar changes, and we should have been trying huge swings on the rear suspension and huge swings on the front suspension, and just trying stuff to figure out, okay, where are we wrong? What do we have set up wrong? We're going to plot the car tomorrow. Maybe we'll do a video on that, but we need to plot it. We need to see where the anti-squat's at. The hunch still is that those rear shocks may be just way too loose. They can't control the separation. I thought I had the anti-squat pretty good originally, but it was just way too much separation. And we got the shocks pretty tight, and they still couldn't control it. And I'm hearing the long S550s, long wheelbase, need more anti-squat. Well, the shocks already can't control it. We got them pretty much full tight, and they can't stop the separation. It's topping them out way too quick. So we have to get a handle on this before we're out there trying to do rounds. So long story short, you saw the last pass, we spun, we loaded up, came home. A frustrating night, but this is what it is doing, cars like this. We need to take a step back, quit trying to go to races and play around. That car will very much be a competitive car in like that stock block class. Once we get it figured out, we got to figure out that suspension. So I think the goal now is we're going to plot it. We're going to talk about some new shocks, maybe look at the data, and then we're going to find a good testing tune to go to. We don't need a private test session. We just need to go to a good track that's got good prep and go play around with it for 6 hours and make progress. That's all we got to do. And then on top of all this, we had heard after the fact that Thunder Valley, where we went yesterday, is having trouble getting PJ1 track bite, and they were using a different compound last night, and they've never really messed with it, and at the end of the night, they weren't happy with it. So for all we know, we were doing stuff accordingly and what we should have been doing, and the track prep was just not good. I mean, the other guys that race there all the time, they were going, high teens to the 60 foot. They'd spin one pass, not really change much, make 2 good clean passes, and then spin another pass, and they didn't change anything. All while the track conditions felt the same. So, that's another aspect. I'm not blaming the track at all. Like, everything's hard to get right now. You got to make substitutions, but it's just another variable in the equation of trying to get that car set up that we need to eliminate. Track prep should not be a worry while we're trying to figure this out. I don't need excellent prep, we just need good prep to try to figure out the suspension on this car. And if the track is trying new compounds and they're not really sure if it's working or not, that just makes it 10 times harder for us. So we gotta figure it out. That's where we're at on the setup. I actually had debated posting this video or not because it's a terrible video. Like, it sucks. I'm frustrated. Dave's frustrated. I'm not happy with it. And, but this is real life. Yes, some setups you can build from scratch and go out and have a handle on the suspension and you don't struggle like this. Other combinations, well, you struggle. This is kind of new for us. There's not a lot of people that are doing live axles, solid rear ends in these S550s. The configuration's different. It's a bigger, wider, longer car. Like, there's a lot to it, and it's apparently going to take us a little bit to figure out. And yeah, we're on the struggle bus, not hiding it. And I see, you know, people out there trolling, talking crap that, oh, you do all this stuff to, you know, Dave's car and you're out there running 5s. It should be way faster. You should be running almost 6-second quarter miles and all this stuff. It's like, yo, calm down. Like, we got 10 passes on it. Like, it'll get there. It's just, we got to figure it out. Like, anyone that says racing's easy hasn't built a car to the level of Dave's car. It takes a lot to get a combination dialed in. That's where the hard part starts. If it was easy, everyone would do it. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. So, long story short, we're wrapping it up. Those are my thoughts on last night. Yes, I'm frustrated. I didn't want to post this video, but this is real life. Everyone else struggles like this as well. We're struggling right now. We've only been out twice with the car, and we just haven't played with the suspension really at all. So we're gonna get on top of it, trust me. This probably lit more of a fire under me and Dave's ass than if we would have went out and just did pretty decent and went the 480s like we wanted to and did some low 1/260 foots. No, us struggling like this is gonna make that car in combination better in the long run, because we're really gonna get a handle on what all's going on and really figure it out and get it dialed in. So that ends a little quick weekend testing, day trip, super long. I'm tired. I got like 1 hour of sleep. It's Mother's Day now. Go celebrate Mother's Day with your mother. And, you know, I'm about to do an update on my roller and where it's at and kind of what's all going on with that, parts and what I'm doing, so on and so forth. So that's coming next. This is just a quick little extra video, weekend testing of Dave's car. And raw experience. It sucks, but that's what it is. Be sure to like this video, especially if you want to see more like this, because I don't want to post the struggle videos. It's tough on me. I'm sure I'm going to get trolled, like Joe's an idiot, he doesn't know what he's doing, blah, 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 whatever. I'll see you guys on the next one.